When I got my first hair system, there were two myths that almost made me quit before I even really got started. And to be honest, if I'd have believed the hype, I probably would have given up already. Today, I'm sharing with you the post-rebond reality check. Effectively, the truth about living with a hair system day to day. We're going to be cutting through the noise and breaking down the two biggest myths that nearly scared me off completely. One, that they're high in maintenance and restrict your lifestyle, and two, that they're uncomfortable and itchy. I'm getting so many of these exact questions, especially on TikTok, on my TikTok videos, so it's time that I answered it, and I can assure you that by the end, you'll know what's real and effectively what's just internet nonsense. Because I can tell you now that when I have chats with these people through DMs, none of them have actually got these from reliable sources. It's just assumptions or fears that they're projecting. And I'd urge you that if you want to dive deeper into these myths and pitfalls, I've also made a free downloadable video called The Top 5 Mistakes Hair System Beginners Make and How to Avoid Them. You'll find that in the link in my description. And several people have come to me already and they've said it's been a fantastic starting point on their hair system journey just watching that video. So let's start with myth one that I get asked about multiple times a week. Aren't hair systems super high maintenance, and don't they lock you into a really strict routine where you can't go running, you can't go swimming, you can't sweat in it, and you can't wear one in the gym? Now here's the reality. It really is nowhere near as bad as a lot of people think. Daily hair care routine takes about maximum 5 minutes in the morning. My maintenance routine, which is where I clean and rebond the system, which I do every 10 to 14 days, takes about an hour to maximum 2 hours. You probably spend more time on household admin tasks every fortnight than you would maintaining a system. And to be honest, for many, they actually find it quite enjoyable. They get time away for an hour or two from their family or their work colleagues, a time where they can whack on a podcast and just focus on cleaning their scalp and rebonding the system. It's basically a couple of hours just for you, almost like a self-care ritual. I absolutely love it. I lock myself in my bedroom, my wife leaves me alone, I whack on some music, and that's just my time. Another myth is that the hair system will fall off if you move around too much. Now let me be real, I've gone to the gym, I've gone running. I'm literally going to a theme park with a load of roller coasters in a couple of months. None of these things scare me. Why? Because the bonds are so good. The bonds are designed to ensure that a hair system does not go flying off your head. And you had better believe that I'm going to be wearing that system with pride on those roller coasters. And it's not scaring me at all because, why would it? I've been in really windy environments over the last 6 years where I haven't even got a lift. You might have seen parody shows in the 70s, 80s or 90s where a guy's wearing a wig and it goes flying off in the wind. That's just used for comedic effect. We have glues, we have tapes. These are specifically, scientifically designed to keep that hair system glued firmly to your head. So here's the trade-off. Even if you spend 1 to 2 hours a week on maintenance, the payoff is massive. You've got your confidence back. You have a full head of hair back. You can live your life absolutely normally as you were before. There's nothing in the world that can stop you. Now compare that to the cost, the recovery, the uncertainty of hair transplants and the likelihood you'd need to get more in future. Compare that to the side effects that you can get with finasteride and minoxidil. Compare that to the endless effort of concealers like hair fibers, which would not stand a chance in the rain or on a roller coaster or in the sea or in a swimming pool. For me, it's a no-brainer. Okay, so the second big myth here is that it's super itchy and uncomfortable to wear. And in relation to this, a big comment I get is, can you constantly feel it on your head? Now this one does have a grain of truth to it, but only at the start. So when I got my first system installed, yes, I could feel it. I've mentioned this in previous videos where it kind of feels that you've got a very narrow cap on the balding area of your head and it can feel a little bit tight. But to be honest, after about maximum a month, I'd say, you don't notice it anymore. Why? Because your brain has learned to forget about it. Much like if you have floaters in your eyes, eventually your brain, even though the floater doesn't go away, the brain learns to ignore it because the brain knows that it's not a threat to your survival. Now, itching. Some mild itching can happen from time to time. I still itch. Pretty much everyone I know who wears a system, they do get an itch every now and then. Especially if you're not doing the proper scalp prep. This is the biggest key to ensure ensure that you're actually getting a good bond that hardly itches, but also I'm getting a product in which I'm going to do a video about once I've tried it out. It's kind of like a mud mask which you put on your scalp in between the clean and the rebond. It's kind of like a detoxifier for your scalp. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about it because I think as well that can have a really good cleaning effect on your scalp and reduce that itchiness. So here's my reality check. These two myths are by and large false. Yes, you will have some upkeep, but nowhere near as much as you're worried about. Yes, it can feel a little bit strange at first, but the idea that hair systems are restrictive and high maintenance is absolute nonsense. This has not stopped me from doing anything in my life. I still go hiking, I'm able to go jogging, I still work full time, I still go swimming, and in fact I actually do more socializing than I did than when I first got a hair system. But if I'm being totally honest here, like with anything, there are some cons. Yes, you do need to stick roughly to a maintenance schedule. You do need to budget for a new system every few months, and you need to accept that this is a lifestyle choice and not a one-time fix. And if you're okay with that, it's absolutely 100% worth your time and effort. And if you're ready to take that next step, I've partnered with LaVivid to get a great deal for you, 15% off any stock systems. You can use the promo code as many times as you like, but you need to make sure you use the special link down in the description box. One of the URLs links to the system that I'm wearing, the Mars, which is a lace base, and the link beneath that just takes you to their homepage so you can scroll anywhere where you want on their site from there. And please make sure you use one of those links because it helps support the channel. And heck, saving $40, $50 on each system that you buy is never a bad thing. So there it is, the two biggest hair system myths debunked. If you found this video helpful, drop me a comment. What's the number one thing that worries you about hair systems? And don't forget, I cover even more myths and pitfalls about hair systems in my free videos so you can ensure that you avoid these errors when you're getting your first hair system. The link to that free video is also in the description box below. Hit the subscribe button for more real, unfiltered opinions and insights into the world of hair systems. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.